Okay, so let me start off by saying this is a completely new era of this video, okay? So everyone, I think, should be caught up by now. My two biggest videos on this channel are A Gay Man with a Wife, part 1 and part 2, okay? I had never intentionally expected that, and I thought that was amazing. They're fun videos. I love them. I actually just watched this part. Oh, the part two. The part two is amazing. I just watched it, and both videos were amazing. And and I was like, if something else comes up, I have to make a different version of it. Like, I want it to be like a universe that we all know about. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird to explain. Like, I want my own MCU of gay men with wives. Okay. Now, today I have a new version to that. Okay, so this man is a completely different dude. This is like a side story now, you know what I mean? No, this is just a different saga of that series. So this is gonna be like its own little thing, but it is like kind of a part of it. It's weird, I know. But anyway, I'm obsessed. So yesterday I was at work and I was doing my normal thing, you know what I mean? I run the cashiers. So I was giving breaks. I decided, to start with self-checkout and work my way over, so I got register 1, I was doing self-checkout, I was doing it like that. So I was at self-checkout and I see a guy with his newborn and his wife, okay? I didn't think anything of it. So I'm walking around like it's kind of busy. I don't really think anything of it. And the next thing I know, is that I feel eyes on me, okay? So I'm like, why do I feel like someone is watching me, okay? So I turn around real quick and I see this man. He looks away. He was looking at me and I was like, why is this man looking at me? So I'm kind of looking at him for a minute and I kind of look away and then I feel like I'm being looked at again and I looked and it was this man, okay? So this man was like staring me down and he was looking at me and I was kind of like confused, okay? And so I was kind of like looking at his look and seeing like how he was looking at me, and it reminded me of like how dudes at my high school would look at me and then eventually like they like hit me up on the low, if you know what I mean. So it was like a look of admiration and like interest. I'm like, whoa, you're holding your newborn. Okay. And not to mention, like, I'm delusional and I feel like I can be delusional in a lot of senses. So I worked myself out to it being delusional. But like, this man did not keep his eyes off of me like the entire time. His wife was like paying and everything, and the child was cute. And it was real interesting. And people are going to ask me in the comments, Rylan, how do you know he had a wife? Rylan, how do you know he's gay? Like, Rylan, okay, first of all, it was his wife. They were literally holding hands and walking around the entire time. Plus, the kid looked like both of them. And on top of that, if you were just there, you would know. And second, I don't know if the man's gay, okay? I don't know what it is. I'm just putting it out there that I'm getting gay vibes, okay? So, okay, so they check out, they leave. This man literally lets his wife walk first. He watches me out the door, like he stops at front of the door, looks at me, and then continues to walk. And I'm like, okay, that's weird. And I was like, man, that's not really enough for a story time. Like, that could be like a TikTok or something like that. But then it gets better, okay? So maybe like 5 minutes rolls around and I look and I see this man out in the aisles walking around and doing something random. And then every once in a good while he would walk in front of the registers and look at me. And I'm like, okay, like, do you think I don't recognize you? Like, do you not think this is weird? Like, I was like, am I getting trafficked? Like, it was very strange. It was very, very strange. Well, like, the 20 minutes that my girls on break goes by, I'm off the register and basically, someone says that somebody needs help on like the paint or something like that. And basically I go back there to help and guess who it is? It is my little friend, and as soon as he sees me, he is like choked up. I'm like, "Hi, how are you?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm good," you know. And I was like, "Okay," like so. And anyway, like I start racking up conversation with him. Like I'm trying to get to know what is going on here. Like I want to know where the bodies are buried. Okay, and we actually had a really really great conversation. We talked about a lot of things. And it was pretty chill, not gonna lie. And I, didn't think anything of it. And I just thought maybe, like he was cool and just like wondering like what the hell I was, you know. Well, anyway, so I make his paint and everything or whatever it was, and decided that, it was time to go back to the front. So I start walking back to the front and I decide to take the back wall, okay? My biggest mistake was probably taking the back wall. So I'm walking down the back wall and this man pops out of nowhere with a baggie full of shit and is like, "Oh my gosh, like you're so cute. Like I've never felt like I'm this like around a guy. Like can we keep this on the low? Like I just wanted to tell you." And I look at him and I was like, "You were just holding your baby and that was your wife. Like what do you want me to tell you?" And he was just like, "Oh, like I know, like blah, 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 blah." And he was just like, "Yeah, but like, if you're okay with that, like we could always, hang out." And I was like, okay, first of all, in my brain, like while this is going on, like you're probably 10 years older than me. Like I just saw your wife and your new baby. Like this is actually kind of wild. And I was like, no, thank you. Like it's no, like I will keep your secret. Tells a fucking YouTube channel full of people. I'm not saying his name or anything though, so I do think it definitely keeps it quiet. You know what I mean? Like I'm never gonna tell the name. I'll tell a story, but I won't tell the name. Okay, and I won't make it obvious. But it was just like, and I was just like, okay, like no, thank you, blah 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 bye. Like I was very nice. I was cool about it. Like whatever. Okay. So I walked away and I was just like, weird. Like this was like truthfully probably top 10, 15 of the most craziest things that have ever happened to me, okay? So anyway, he checks out and he leaves and I don't think anything of it, okay? And that's when it starts, okay? People, like 2 associates came up to me and were like, "Oh my gosh, she was talking about you, like blah, 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 blah." And I started getting creeped out and was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get kidnapped." And it was a weird experience, okay? And I don't know how else to talk about it. I don't know how else to say it. I wish I could put more glitter on it to make it sound more crazy, but I cannot get over the fact of what happened. It was really crazy. I don't know what transpired into that, and it's just like, wow. Like, wow. Okay? You know what I mean? And it's not that he was ugly, but you had a wife and a new baby. Like, the baby did not even have hair. Like, could not even hold its neck up. Give it a chance. Give him a chance. I'm gonna see me as a meme going, "Give him a chance." But anyway, it is so true. Like that's kind of wild, and it's kind of sad. It's but like what do you do with that? Like what am I supposed to do with that? Yeah, but it was absolutely wild. Like I don't know how else I could really explain it. You know what I mean? And on top of that, it was just a weird day because 30 minutes after, I had this dude that just believed that we were supposed to wait on him hand and foot, and that is not the case, babe. I will be nice, I will help you, I will point you in the right direction, I'll help you with whatever you need, but I'm not gonna sit here and wait on you hand and foot. I'm not gonna have a, "Hey, come push my cart and come help me with this and this." No, thank you. I literally, y'all, I walked up to this man and he was like, "Hey, I need help getting lumber, I need help with plumbing, I need help with this, I need help with that." And I was like, okay, there's people in all of those departments today. If you just walk down the aisles, you'll be able to find them. If you need any help, just come and find me, and I'll be able to radio anybody. You know what I mean? That's all I can do. That's all I can do. And he's like, oh, so you're not going to come help me? And I was like, no, sir. Like, I'm in charge of the cashiers. Like, I have a lot to do. And he was like, oh, so you can't send one of them to come do it? And I was like, no, sir. Like, I'm understaffed as it is. And he just, like, kept arguing and kept arguing and kept arguing. And I was like, dude, like, and I just flat out told him, I was like, we're not here to wait on you hand and foot. If you need help, we can get you help. Like, I have people to help you, but you're gonna have to go and find it. You know what I mean? I can't just have all of them group around you and help one person. We're busy. You know what I mean? And it's like, at the same time, don't shop at a store if you cannot shop by yourself. Like, if it's groceries and if it's a necessity, I get it. Get someone to help you always. But if it's something that is not a necessity, you get someone to help you, or bring someone with you, or, you know what I mean? Don't be rude to me and act like I have to wait on you hand and foot, because I don't. That's the kicker of it all. I absolutely do not. Do I care? No, I don't. Respectfully. Like the audacity. I was just like, you're wild. And then like he came to the self-checkout and was like, he tried to go to self-checkout and was like, check me out to the girls. And I was like, absolutely not. You can go to a register. And on top of that, we're actually supposed to check people out at a self-checkout, as any big corporation is really supposed to, because it helps with stealing. But if you're going to be rude, no, you can go to a register. And at the same time, why are you going to come to self-checkout where this girl is honestly busy, and then not go to a register where that girl has nothing to do? Like, it makes no sense. It made no sense. Like, he was just trying to prove something, and he's like, I spend money here. Okay? Just because you spend money here does not mean anything. You do not run this place. Like, just because you spend a few $100s, like, does not mean you get to pick what goes on here. You know what I mean? Like, shit. However, it was an interesting day, and I think that we all need to look at the big picture here and just wonder why. Okay? Why? Like, are you not content, you know? But anyway, you guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you love my videos. Make sure to subscribe and follow me and the link down below. Love you.